Oh, it's hot.
Help me.
It's hot.
It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
It's definitely hot. Savage AF, what's going on?
Almost as hot as this show, man. Savage
The
AF.
shot is pretty hot, but I'm back from hiatus. Shout out to Atlanta. Yo, I'm comedian Shang. That is sizzling.
Yeah, I'm blackened Pedro.
Yeah.
Man, it's
sizzling.
All right, y'all. Just so you know, man. It's like 90 something degrees here in LA. I live in an older building. I do not have heat. I mean AC. And it's been so uncomfortable the past 2-3 days. Like, listen, I'm not closing my window. I usually close all my windows to buffer out the sound.
To buffer out the sound.
I live at a very busy intersection. There's a hospital next door, ambulances and helicopters be coming. Tree trimmers and shit. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna hear the whole
I'm gonna tell you something
today.
you need to do.
These windows stand.
I'm gonna help Pedro out. Go on Amazon. They got these little tiny things that you put water in, and it literally cools the whole room. It's this big. It's like a little air conditioner, but and then
I might have to break down, Doug.
I'll send you the link so you know. But Savage AF, we here. I know a lot of stuff's been going on. Shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta was off the chain. I had to show these young niggas how an OG does comedy. It was fantastic. Shout out to Comics Rock Convention and all the new young comics, how they do their thing. Also, I just want to say I was hating on Atlanta. I take it back. Atlanta was a really good time. Oh, and no other Miranda. Yeah.
Oh, she was there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Well, listen, man, Savage AF, we are here. I'm melting. They got me on swap meet, wife beater status, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Savage AF, we're here for you Monday through Friday, live on YouTube and Facebook.
It's scrolling.
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you ever miss us live, I need you to swallow the sun. Okay, just burn yourself from the inside out. But before you do that, you can go to the YouTube page. Like he said, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And youtube.com/C, as in the letter C, /Savage AF World. That we have all the episodes archived there. So
all episodes archived. And make sure that if you go to the YouTube channel, say you go to the YouTube channel, you're cruising, you're looking for how do you get a cucumber out your butt? And
don't put it in.
First off, I don't know what kind of grocery stores you're going to, but if you go to that beautiful YouTube channel, make sure you do this. Then you'll feel better. Don't make me tell you again. I'm already going through a lot right now. So I need y'all to make sure you
that's literally how my thermostat sounds right now.
Right now, I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna send you this thing, man. It's gangster. So, also make sure you check us out on other platforms such as Facebook, Meta World, Peace, Lloyd Free.
Yeah,
that was where you shot the ball.
Bam.
All right, and make sure you do it. Go to Facebook, which is our fan page, Savage A. F.
Two dots.
And also there's another thing that really it heals the world. It makes the world a better place and a cooler place.
For you and me.
Because obviously we're living on the surface of the sun. I don't know how people in Vegas manage without air conditioning. I would go on a killing spree.
You can't live in Vegas in the summer
without air conditioning. You just can't.
I don't even think it's legal.
I've been down there in the summertime and I literally was like, please don't let me kill nobody. Like it makes you like want to kill people.
Angry. It makes you angry.
But you know what else makes me want to kill people? If you don't follow us on the egg, which is at Black Pedro, make sure you follow at Black Pedro and make sure you follow at Comedian Shang. Like and subscribe. Do what you got to do. Oh, and say you like some of the stuff you saw. You got a thumb? You got a thumb. Do you have a thumb? Then use it. Boom. All right. This is Freestyle Fridays. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, there's a lot of shit on my mind because I wanted to be on the show to talk about it, but I was talking about it on stage. I know we touched on it, Pedro.
Let's give shout outs real quick first.
Though. Oh, shout outs first.
Because we do have some people in the building and we always
my God, we got Miss Adverb. A good Lord. Is she here?
Yeah, she's humidity and Pedro's hair are not friends. No. We black. We all black. We know.
Nigga, you are sweating.
Dog, I'm like hot as shit right now.
Yeah.
Nicole H is here. Miranda, we already saw you. Damani, I see you. T, easy to spell. I like it.
Yeah.
They're asking how Atlanta was. Well, you heard that. Breezy
Atlanta
JJ's is in the building, so that's what it is. All right. You know what it is, man. Savage AF. It's Friday, September 2nd, 2022. In the time-space continuum. We have no run-up for you really today. We're going to freestyle it. So, Shane, what you want to get into first?
This is what I want to talk about. The fact that
Kuchadamas in the building.
First, I want to talk about Kuchadamas' mama.
Okay.
No, I don't want to talk about Kuchadamas.
Kuchamamas? Is that right?
Kuchamamas. She's, because she don't like Coochie. Because he's a Coochie. He's the Coochie master. So would her name be Dickadamas? Which actually is a dinosaur that came before the Stegosaurus. But the Dickadamus loves eating ferns. No, I wanted to talk about the fact that we see all of this stuff mounting, and I say mounting, and I mean mounting on Trumpalicious. I feel he's panicking a little bit, but I still don't think that with all this shit going on, they're not moving fast enough on this motherfucker because they don't want to affect the election for 2022. I think that they're hesitating, which is giving them lowers.
Who's the day? Who's the day that's hesitating?
The they, I'm going to say it. And I was giving him props. I'm wishy-washy back forward on him, but now I got to go full blast with him. Merrick Garland and the DOJ is not doing what the fuck they supposed to do. There is too much evidence. It doesn't matter if he took coloring books from the fucking White House. It wasn't his. It wasn't his. And for them to find 13 boxes after they already took 16 boxes. And they said, we ain't got no more boxes. Then they come down there and they find 13 more boxes. And these motherfuckers still ain't in handcuffs. And Pedro would have been under the jail if this happened. Kuchadamas would definitely be Bootyadamas because he'd be in jail. And they would, because I seen Kuchadamas, big black man, handsome black man. They'd have passed him around like Salem's. I'm telling you right now.
Kuchadamas says Trump ain't going to jail, and I'm telling y'all, man, it's not. So y'all are just dead. Like, well, you're saying. I feel like you're highly conflicted over this, Shane, because you're saying the evidence is mounting. Well,
the evidence is mounting, right. He's still not in jail.
The evidence doesn't mount itself, right? It's not like evidence is just knocking on the door and be like, "Hey, let's pile up on each other," right?
First off, I'll move up here, and then you move up here, and then I keep getting up. We're gonna football power.
The evidence is being collected. It's being collected by said Merrick Garland, right, Attorney General. So they are doing it. It's not moving fast enough for any of us, but it's definitely moving. It's a big task, right? Like, hold on. We're talking.
Did you have a heat stroke? Are you fucking serious?
We're talking about man. Last week you were like, I think you're going to jail. 2 weeks ago you were like, ain't no way you're going to jail. 3 weeks ago you were like,
I am clear now.
Going to jail. Come on,
all right, I've been going back.
I've been in the same place the whole time.
Okay. But what I'm saying, Pedro, then I'm saying you can say what you want to say. The reason I've been back and forth because it's like some new shit came out. We got a picture of him being on babies, and they go, "That's not enough."
Realistically, they got 43 envelopes that are marked secret or top secret that are empty. They have 43 envelopes that had top secret information in them that are now empty. Where'd that shit go? Okay. So,
right.
Like you said, the evidence is mounting. It's getting worse and worse. I mean, even Bill Barr was on Fox, I believe, either earlier today or yesterday, and was like, like you brought it up, Shank, like these things aren't supposed to be in his possession. And not only have they been found to be in his possession, but directly and indirectly, him and his legal staff have admitted it, right? Like the pictures of all the files on the floor. Like this motherfucker's come out and been like, I didn't keep those files on the floor. I kept them in the cabinet. You know what I mean? It's like, so you had them. Okay, cool.
You pretty much took it. So you say you took it.
I didn't fuck her. No, I fucked her. Yes. I make love to you. You know, it's like that kind of logic, right? So yeah, man. The evidence is, I think, mounting.
He's not going to jail.
Too high for him.
Merrick Garland's afraid. He's afraid. He's a little scared bitch. He's afraid.
So T asked, why haven't they searched Trump's residence that's across the street from Mar-a-Lago? So here's the thing. Even though they do it to black people all the time, the government really doesn't have the right to just run up on you, right? So even with Mar-a-Lago, they had to have a judge sign off on the search warrant, right? But in order to get the judge to sign off on it, the Department of Justice had to show evidence, strong evidence, believable evidence that there were materials there that needed to be gathered. So understand that the Department of Justice most likely will be looking into Bedminster up in New Jersey. You said he's got the residence across the street
Trump
from Mar-a-Lago.
Tower,
so like, I mean, like I'm sure at this point, especially with 43 empty top secret envelopes, they're like, well, where they go, bro?
Yeah,
where they go. So, but they can't just go knocking down doors right now.
This is where
they have to show some kind of proof that they think it's there.
And this is where Pedro knew he fucked up. One, they handled care, the investigation, they found all this information, and they know he did it. They know his people did it. They know he was responsible. Anybody else should be in handcuffs. I'm saying that whether they're mounting the information, they're afraid to tip the fucking election. They're afraid because he already got a whole bunch of followers that were like, yo, I'm fucking with him now. I was kind of fading on him. I'm fucking with him now because the government and the FBI and the CIA and the POV and the PPE and the PPP loan, all of them are coming at our God, our Lord, our Lord Savior, Jesus Christ, and Trump. So it built his momentum a little bit. Now he's fading a little bit too, but they don't want it. If they indict him, you heard Lindsey Graham already say, if they indict him, there's going to be riots, blood in the street. Pedro going to have to get Gertrude out and shoot a bunch of crackers. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be crack. It's going to be a whole.
That don't mean you don't
crackers.
do it though. That don't mean you don't do your job though. And Merrick Garland is doing his job. He's just not moving at the pace you'd like. Miss Adverb says, why not just fake it like they did with Breonna Taylor? Well, because in actuality, Merrick Garland is an actual attorney. Like he does things the right way.
Okay, but no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Just
see.
Like Mueller did. The Mueller report was full of shit. AJ Fitt. Hold on, AJ Fitt. I just got to give you this.
Well, AJ Fitt says they're not going to leave top secret sensitive info in envelopes. Actually, you're supposed to. You're also supposed to leave those envelopes in a skiff or a secured room, or you're not supposed to leave them, nigga,
you ain't supposed to even
in the Swiffer closet for Consuela to fucking.
I know. This motherfucker had it on the coffee table next to the remote control.
Bro, we watched. I'm a James Bond fan. Codes. This is what spy shit is all about. They can't wait for these files to be somewhere on a coffee table in a broom closet. They gonna pull out the wallet and have the little pick, and they gonna put the two little things in there and pick the lock, click, and then they go inside, and then they take a little camera and they skit all the files,
all the information.
This is what spy shit is for. This is why you go to spy school. It's for moments like this. Okay, this is your time. Oh, they took it out of the safe. Cool, go get it now. Go get it now.
Right.
So I'm sure motherfucking Russia, China, North Korea had all kind of applicants in Mar-a-Lago.
No, sir. I am just cleaning.
Please to cleaning toilets. I'm wanting to clean the bathrooms. Please to put me in closet to clean closet. It's like,
oh, this is so cluttered. I shall take it off your hands. I mean, we know what the fuck it was. And the bottom line is Trump is not going to jail because, again, I've said it, WDMA warrior.
He said, like the imposter that got onto grounds and took pic with Trump. Yeah, they had a woman who was posing in some billionaireess or whatever, hanging around Mar-a-Lago. It's like, please to showing me where the closet is. I'm looking for
looking for the secret squirrel.
Please to giving me more light for camera for papers.
I'm telling you right now, and I'm no longer will be flip flopping. Next week I won't flip flop. Merrick Garland ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. He ain't gonna do nothing. Trump already threatening. Trump threatening me, said, "Hey, if you want me to turn down the heat, just let me know, because I know the FBI is getting a little heat." Now, speaking of heat, yeah, the FBI gave that motherfucking Cincinnati heat. He rolled up on the FBI with those guns, and they ventilated that motherfucker. They gave him 19 aftermarket holes in his ass. So I'm telling you right now,
moose and squirrel. Yeah, Boris is at Mar-a-Lago right now.
Yeah,
please to having room next to Donald Trump. Do you have any vacancy?
And Donald's like, I want to show you my collection. I got a big collection of secret documents. I'm sure you'll like them. Take them home with you if you want. I mean, they were having Thursday night jazz under the stars sushi night. This is regular motherfuckers. They did. And motherfuckers would pay like $500 to $1,000 to come eat at Mar-a-Lago. You think that not one like North Korean spy didn't get in there and go, I love your sushi, and then take one of those motherfuckers? We know that. So what I'm saying is the DOJ with they bitch ass, and I'm not changing. They a bunch of bitches. Y'all seen bitch niggas. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example of a bitch nigga that, okay, Pedro was at a reunion, and he realized it was time to smack a bitch nigga. It was, and there was a little watch that said tick, 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 time. The alarm was smack a bitch nigga.
The alarm went off. Yeah.
Smash a bitch. Yeah. So the same thing. I'm doing another prediction. All you motherfuckers. I talked to Oliver Stone, and he said, "Yeah, Shank, say it on Savage AF today. I'm real good friends with Oliver Stone. I'm kind of a big deal in those circles." Yeah. Trump's gonna go. Not only he's gonna announce his candidacy for president, he's gonna win.
Trump gonna be in jail, though.
Trump gonna win the presidency. And niggas is gonna be in chains, and gay people might as well get married and have those couple of months of marriage bliss, because after that they're gonna fucking overturn that shit. Women, your pussy ain't yours no more. I don't know why you think it was your pussy. You can't play pussy power politics no more, because your pussy's not yours. Because trust and believe, Roe versus Wade and the restrictive abortion bills that are going to open up across the country, because it's not everywhere, but it's going to open up everywhere, and you're going to have to go to Saturn to get scooped out. What the fuck was that? Jesus. Oh God. All right. Yep. And okay, I know that Miss Adverbs, is trying to have your baby.
She owes me money for the baby she already put in me. Okay, so that, first of all, I'm trying not to have hers until she pays for it. Breezy JJ says,
"Well, I didn't mean to do that. Come on."
Having worked for DOD, you need to log in /sign in, and or have an escort to the skiff if you don't have. Breezy, thank you.
Why isn't he in jail then? Okay, Pedro. Why isn't he in jail? Why hasn't he been indicted? Why hasn't even Rudy Giuliani is not indicted, and he's flat out guilty when he's not sucking blood out of people's necks at night? He's guilty as fuck. if you look at all of the people that fuck with him, Gates, the one with the mad thinker head,
Magneto helmet.
Yeah, him. They already said he incited violence. What about Lindsey Graham was saying basically dog whistle shit to the right? Ain't said shit. Fuck that.
Well, I mean, so I mean, I think this is what it's all building towards, though, is that like it's now extremely obvious that they've taken documents illegally, lied about having them, lied about returning them, didn't return everything.
Didn't return everything, yeah.
But I mean, it's just not that's just not how the legal system works, right? Like on this level, they can't just run up. Oh, you got the boxes? Arrest that man. Like it's a whole process. It's going to take longer than we would like it to. It's all obvious what has happened, right? Like we all see what has actually happened. But it's different between being a layman and being a lawyer.
No,
and having it absolutely is.
No, there is no difference. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why there's no difference. There's some shit that you see with your own eyes, and it's like, and if they can keep saying, "Wasn't me," did you do it in the shower? Wasn't me. Did you do it in the living room? Wasn't me. It was you, motherfucker. We saw you. Not only they have audio of this motherfucker asking for, can I have 11 and change votes to beat out the current president? Can I have just give me 1,100? Come on, man. Get up out there. Come on.
Well,
man.
So Fonny,
I'll suck your dick if you give me 11,200 something.
Well, that's the
only thing he didn't do.
But that's what Fannie Willis in Georgia is doing. She's on that. His tax evasion bullshit and fraud in New York. Letitia James is on that. I mean, it's a lot of people coming at him right now. The Department of Justice just brought in, I believe today or yesterday, Cipollone, right?
Well, who knows a lot?
Who was White House counsel and his right-hand man, Philbin. So these two White House counsels have been brought in by the Department of Justice to testify, just like they did with the January 6th committee. So,
and that's going to be starting next week, I believe it is. Next week.
The committee's going to be back?
Yeah, they're going to be doing more, January 6th. More hearings, but the hearings, even the hearings, I feel like they might have lost some steam with the general public because the right wing is still believing what they're believing. They're still doing that. And they're afraid of the mounting, like this real shit. If you keep hearing a bunch of crazy white people that have been training in the fucking woods and talk about white nationalism and they disguise it as Christian nationalism, which Christian nationalism ain't nothing but white nationalism. And you're a person that's just trying to go work at the FBI as a clerk and you don't want to get shot at, you're going to lean out of it. You're going to be like, yo, I don't want to fuck my family's life up. I mean, they're going to hide people's families. After the FBI attack, they had hide people's family. And right now, because of the January 6th insurrectionists, who only 600 of them, there's 900 of them, but 600 of them have been, they're arrested, but a lot of them are still at home. With
they just gave a former cop 10 years, and that's now the longest sentence given out for any January 6th.
They should have gave him more than that.
Well, I mean, you don't even know what the charges are, dog. Come on now. It's not like it's 10. That's 10 years. It's a good amount of time to be in.
No. See. No.
All he did was fight a cop and beat him with a flagpole, Shane. Jeez. I mean, come on. It's not that bad.
No, he deserves more time.
Breezy JJ said he, meaning Trumpy Dumpty, he committed treason, plain and
simple.
Right, but proving that in court is not plain and simple, right? Like, at no point do you have Trump on here, like out here saying that, like he didn't say go hang Mike Pence, right? He said go fight, but in a legal sense, it's like, were those instructions to go shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but legally, That's a harder thing to show. So they have to put together more detailed information than we do. As a court of public opinion, we could just be like, look at what he did. But as a lawyer, you can't just play January 6th tapes and be like, see. So they have to build a better case. But Coochie says ATL phone call, tax fraud, being an orange motherfucker, which should be illegal. He getting off scot-free. Come on, Cooch.
Okay, I'm on Cooch. I'm Team Cooch. I don't know. That sounds kind of like rapey, but I'm gonna tell you, Team Cooch. Okay, but this is one of the things I want to talk about on Freestyle Fridays. This is the next thing we want to talk about. We're gonna go to this next topic, and I need you to type it in there for the thing, man. On Freestyle Fridays, do you believe, even though there will be a civil war, do you people believe, because they just took a poll and they said 43% of people on the Democratic side believe there's going to be a civil war. Ready for this? 52% believe on the Republican side they're going to, not only is a civil war needed, but they're ready for it. Do you think there's going to be a civil war? Do you think it's going to happen? You think it's going to be?
Nigga, I'm in my house running drills.
Okay, so you believe it is, yeah.
I'll be running through my house figuring out how to cover all the angles. Where's the best place to pop off from, dog? So
I'm gonna tell you why. They actually caught they didn't have legal guns. They had illegal guns, and they had some weaponry that they shouldn't have. There was 2 militia groups, one in Michigan, again, nigga.
It ends with again, Michigan.
Michigan, goddamn, Michigan. Even though those people that said they were going to cut off with what's her name head,
Gretchen
Whitmer's head, they got the under the jail sentence, and they deserved it. But that same militia actually got caught, and then we'll wait and see what happens if they go to jail or get a fine, a slap on the wrist for having aircraft carrier machine guns. Like some serious fucking weaponry, some RoboCop shit. Like, I'll buy that for $1 shit. Like some real, they got them. There's 3 national white nationalist groups and also the Proud Boys that they got online, which they're fucking stupid. I don't know why they keep doing online. They caught them saying that they're going to organize that for the swing states where if people lose, that they're going to mobilize Pedro and change the outcome.
Activate Black Pedro.
That's what they said. So also Mushmouth, Herschel Walker's district, Georgia, which I just came from, they know about that. In fact, I almost got booed. There was somebody was a person that was one of his fans, I guess, because I came up. I said, "Let me say something to y'all, Georgia. If you let Herschel Walker win, all y'all need your ass beat. If you let that Mushmouth Cosby kid fucking, I'd like it. They took the air. The air is gone. China took our air. That's not right. You ain't supposed to take people air. I mean, if you let that motherfucker win, but they're backing him. The white Christian nationalists that hate that nigga, that would have hung that nigga up, are backing him down in Georgia to beat Warnock.
Well, the ones they don't, they hang the ones they can't use. And this nigga is a puppet tool ass motherfucker. Puppet tool mother.
Yeah. Oh no, he absolutely is. He's been saying crazy shit, and he don't want to debate Warnock now.
Well, no, he can barely talk. It's like this nigga would lose a debate to a box of crayons. I
know, but first he said he about that life. Like, I debate you anyway. I debate you. I can't debate you because of the Sunday Night Football. Nigga, it's on a Thursday.
Yep. WDMA Warrior said, yep, referring to the chances of civil war. White people going to be taking each other out. I don't know about that WDMA. Here's the thing. It won't just be intra-racial like the first Civil War here. Like this will be about like niggas going. You're not just gonna be able to sit back and watch white people shoot at each other, dog. Like it's gonna be, I mean, like just
that would be a good show though.
But I mean, just look at some of the just like things that these guys have done. Like you remember the Biden campaign bus that was flowing through Texas,
Yeah.
And they got surrounded by a bunch of them big old pickup trucks and like these are bold motherfuckers who, you know, this isn't about you know, the right to own slaves like the first one was. Like this is about the right to own slaves, I'm pretty sure. So
no,
yeah.
that's it.
No. I mean, you know, like it won't be a spectator sport for us.
I think it
as
will
people
be.
of color.
I think we're gonna be sitting back watching white people fuck up white people.
I don't think that would be smart, first of all, because that's not what black people did in the first Civil War.
I think we should sit
right?
back.
Black. We all saw glory. Denzel got the tear. Okay, now you ain't gonna whip me, but black people had to join the fight. Now they had to join. They had to join the North and fight. You know, fight with it. It's like because
really
listen,
so?
what do we sit back and watch and MAGA wins?
Oh shit!
Then what? Yeah, now we sitting under a MAGA state. WDMA said they ain't coming to LA. But guess what? There's only one way out of LA, and that's through Crackerville. Nigga, unless you plan on swimming to Hawaii, we are water trapped. Our back is against the ocean, and if you nigga go 13 minutes east of LA. But it dang okay. String them up. So
this adverb said, Clarence Thomas is not going to fight with the white people. Neither is Stacey Dash, because you know why? Stacey Dash is white now.
She'll still be mourning DMX's death.
And I saw that video of her, and I thought, "What did you do, you beautiful black woman? You were so monkey. Beautiful. Yeah. You actually Sammy Sosa your face."
And then, but also to be so devastated by DMX's death, while also being completely oblivious about it a year later. It's like, bitch, where you been? Like, you don't even have to lighten your skin to be white now. She's just like, DMX, what's that? The demilitarized exchange?
I never heard of it until now, and now I'm upset. I mean, I'm just stunned by the fact that people think that black people have to get in this fight. This is a white problem.
Nah, that's not it. Because listen, if we recognize that the first Civil War was about the right to own and subjugate black people, that's not just a white issue, bro. that's one that solely affects us. So we got to understand that if we, as people of color, black people, allow MAGA, and you know, this is something that Biden laid out in his speech last night, is just, you know, basically there are Republicans and then there's MAGA, and Biden made a clear differentiation between the two. But if we let a MAGA minded contingent take over this country, you, Shane, you are fucked, dog. Like they're gonna try. All of us gonna get fucked. No. I mean, if
me too. No, but I want it. I've been asking for this shit for a while. I just want to go down to the Improv and start knocking out white comics. Just walking out. Just like, oh man, I got to put this video up eventually. It's too large. I tried to put it up. It showed this one black cop at the January 6th insurrection where they were coming at him and they had the gates and stuff. He said, "Come over the gate. Come over the gate then." Dude comes over the gate. When I say this knockout, Mike Tyson would have been, that was beautiful. It was beautiful.
He's a pugilist. He hit so hard.
The way he hit so hard and then he fell. I mean, he knocked this dude out and you see them go, "Oh, this ain't no win, that easy win." They actually tried to go to another portion of the gate because they didn't come over to him. He just threw hands. And
well, I mean, but that's what joining the fight is about, right? Like, you can't let these motherfuckers just do what they do, think what they think, say what they say. Like, and I truly believe this, that like, as much as these, you know, woodland warriors think they're trained soldiers here to fight for the freedom of Jesus in America, Donald Jesus Trump, man, you crack one of them niggas in their motherfucking rib with a goddamn 223 round from your AR-15, and then Clyde, nigga next to him, gonna look and be like, "Holy shit, these niggas can shoot. We should get the man regroup, retreat, listen, back to the marshmallow factory."
I'm telling you, man. Like, I think there is gonna be a civil war. I think it's going to be a bunch of white folks fighting each other. That's what's going to happen. And I think we should just sit back and let it happen. I think that we've already sacrificed ourselves for a country that don't fucking love us. Fuck if I'm gonna get into
man, fuck the ideal of a country, dog. If these MAGA forces took over, this country will become fascist. And at that point, niggas are ass out.
Oh, okay? But they already redistricted. Okay, for the people in the feed, you know this.
So they already better smack these motherfuckers.
They already redistricted. They've already, rigged the election. And I'm gonna use their terminology because they did by redistricting, by making it harder for people of color to vote. Black and brown people have a harder time, or moving the polling places to far out where people that are elderly can't get to them. They're already rigging it. There's some of the swing states, even though they got nutty buddy fucking crackalicious motherfuckers that want to actually bring slavery back and think that, hanging niggas should stay legal. Those type of candidates, they're going to have a hard time in a general election. But I'm going to tell you right now, Pedro, this is a fact. Some of these motherfuckers, one, they could win. And if they do win, they're going to have ultimate power in that fucking state. Then what we going to do? So I think the Democrats, they showing a little fire lately. I'm gonna give them props. They give me a little. They got a little luster on them. They got a little bit sting. Biden been talking mad shit, calling them semi-fascists, and your mama's a hoe. I don't know if y'all saw that. He called one of the
bitch.
Yeah, he's been called. People said, "Listen, you motherfuckers, this is a fight for democracy." And then they pushed Coochie Dama's mom to the front line, and I had to get you, Cooch. I'm just letting you know it's going to be a problem. So that's why I wanted to see what you people think here on Savage AF. Do you think that there's going to be a civil war? Pedro's been training. I'm just going to stand behind Pedro and let him do the shooting. Get him.
I'm going to be in the Eagles' nest, nigga.
The other thing I want to talk about today is, I touched on it. Why do you think there's so many black people, anybody in the feed, that are so scared of their blackness that they want to be white? This is something I was talking to somebody about.
That's easy to answer, man.
Okay, that's well. Let's see. But Stacey Dash. The reason I want to talk about Stacey Dash, it was such an act. Number one, it was an act. Two, other than I think something's wrong with her. I think she's mentally unstable, and she's out of her fucking mind.
This is Damon Dash's cousin.
Yeah,
like the nigga who started Rockefeller with Jay-Z. That's his cousin.
And
like, how the fuck these family reunions going down? Like, she bringing white potato salad. Oh God!
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't like the raisins in the potato salad?
Raisins and carrots were meant to be together.
Are you kidding me? If DMX is dead? Wait. Ronald Reagan's not alive anymore? Oh God! Why didn't anybody tell me? Nobody told me. What?
Yeah, so for those who don't know, man, a video, Stacey Dash the other day just put out a TikTok video.
Hilarious, by the way.
And she's completely distraught, like almost snot bubble teared up over the death of DMX, because she had just found out, like as of 2 days ago, that DMX died of a cocaine overdose. And part of her story was like she suffered through addiction. She fought through it, and she was so sad that that beast of addiction got him. But it's like, bitch, where you been? Like, what right now just told her that DMX was dead? Like, did she call that nigga? Or like, what? How is she just now finding out? As opposed to like when it happened. I don't understand. But to your main point of like this idea of self-hate. It's actually quite easy to explain. That's her snot bubbling.
That's her snot bubbling.
Digging it. Keep your finger out your nose. It's part of the programming, the Willie Lynch sort of school of ideology of the programming of Black people, right? So from moment zero of our interaction with Europeans, Africans have been told that we are less, right? So Blackness has been bastardized, criminalized, desocialized to become this sort of, pariah sort of quality, right? So
right.
For now, centuries now, we've been told that Black is bad, Black cats, bad luck, bad guys wear black. It must have been the white guy who started all that. It's like it's
right.
this idea that Black is bad, and it has filtrated our community completely, right? We have light skin, dark skin complexes, right?
Hey, nigga, what that's supposed to mean?
Oh, you dark skin niggas is stupid. You know what I mean? It's all
that's
this other shit, right? Yeah. So it's in our hood, and then it goes deep enough that some people internalize that, right? And man, I'll admit, like sometimes I'll be in the sun and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get too dark, and then it's like, well, what would be wrong with that, Black Pedro? Yeah. What would be wrong with being blacker, Pedro? You know what I'm saying?
I get it all the time. Like I heard a lot of these Atlanta comics and these little Atlanta dumb motherfuckers constantly hitting me with, "But you're light skinned," and then I just
you don't face racism at all because
I don't face it. But I have faced it both ways. I've faced it from Black folks that said I wasn't Black enough, which I don't give a fuck, because as soon as you are around me, you realize that's not true. But that's
complexion.
Yeah, that ain't true.
Don't mean a thing.
I'm an old school cat, so I'm telling you that don't bother me. And secondly, and it's never. People think, has it ever bothered you? Has it ever got to you, Shane? The fact that you're light skinned, and like I know opportunities just fall in your lap all the fucking time. No, stop. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up.
Hey.
Only person that ever treated me like that was Coochie Damas's mom, and that's because she liked light skinned niggas. But Cooch, I'm gonna have to throw you a jab or two, man. You my nigga. But I'm just telling you right now, when I saw the Stacey Dash thing, I just thought the level of self-hatred. But then I looked at the comments of how many people go, forget the fact she bleached herself and now she looks like Michael Jackson's taint. Aside from that, how people try to run away from Blackness, even though Blackness is one of the dopest things in the world and emulated by everybody, by Asian people, by white people, Irish people. You see Conor McGregor trying to use Black swag and talk our slang, all of that shit. So I'm just stunned that it's so many. I'm leading it back to the political side of it. There's so many Black people, even the 50 cents, to say, well, I'm going to fuck with Trump, even though Trump would probably have me hung. I'm going to do that. If you look at the Kanye West, where he's our God, he's like Jesus, and he's rubbing, letting Trump rub his head and do all that stuff. I think you're right. It's self-hatred, but it's 18% of the country that are Black. 18% of the Black population thinks like that, at least according to the poll. That's why I'm bringing it up. And the article was about Stacey Dash, just finding out DMX died, and then she's like, and I wonder when George Washington Carver is going to come over. she's woo. She's
like, not Rosa Parks. No.
Yeah. So she's
like, you mean Nat Turner is dead? No. Like, yo.
No, but the article was attached.
I don't know how to break Michael Jackson to her.
But when they do, somebody better have suicide watch. They better have a suicide watch because she looks like she painted herself like Michael Jackson.
It's not watch.
But he had some kind of skin disease, so I'm not gonna say that. And he was
vitiligo.
Vitiligo, and he was fucking little boys. That was part of it too.
He did that. That's just called nasty.
That's just nasty.
All right, man. So I'm a bounce off of this, and I got a story to tell. That is related. So if you're asking, why some Black people hate their Blackness, I think it's because if you look around life, the way it's set up right now, at least, it's very easy to be white. And to the point in which last night I saw caucasity in real life. brother, it looks just like this, right?
It looks. This is caucasity. This is the image of caucasity.
All right, man. So we have two. We have a private dining room in the restaurant I work at, and then we have a semi-private room, right? So,
what room were we in on your birthday? Was that just the front?
Oh no, we was just in the main restaurant. But I had last night eventually two parties in the semi-private area, right? So the first one, group of Asian dudes, they spent like 5 G's, right? Motherfucker just threw me 5 G's in cash. I was like, okay, thank you.
But you got a $5,000 tip?
Not tip. The total bill was 5 G's.
Did they tip you well then? If they can rock like that?
Yeah, they tip. We're a pooled house, so I don't want y'all niggas thinking I'll be walking out there with $7,000 every night, all right?
Because I'm definitely robbing you. I'm gonna be, hey, what's up, Paige?
We split our tips.
What's up, Shane? What you doing at the job? I'm just hanging, nigga.
What you doing jumping out that dumpster? Like it's
Hey, man, that look like, hey, that's a nice little your pocket look like it bulging a little bit. I know that ain't, yeah. But I mean,
so I only threw that.
Yo, Pedro. Hello? People in the feed. Did Pedro freeze? I think Pedro froze. I think he's frozen. Pedro. Okay. I don't know what happened with Pedro. He did freeze. All right, log out, Pedro. Let me log you out. Remove. Add to stream. Okay. Check this out. Pedro added out. But I wanted to ask you people in the feed before he comes back. Do you think that we need more pride about ourselves? Because, there's he. Yeah. All right, so fuck it. Do you think we need more pride about ourselves? Do you think that we've let the caucasity of Caucasians make us feel a certain way and lesser than, to the point where we will snake bite each other? And I wanted to see what you guys thought. And that was there he is.
Man,
what happened?
I just said quick, my whole router just shut down for a second and now it's rebooting. So I just linked up to my phone as a hotspot. Sorry, guys. So
no, you were saying something and we were I was listening and I sat there listening on.
No, I got disconnected from the internet for a second. Sorry about that. But
all right,
check this out. So I only bring this group of Asians at the table first because they, while they look like a gang from Big Trouble in Little China or something like that, like they were easygoing, paid their bill cash, no problem, right? Then later on in the night, towards the very, very end of the night, a group of, it was 3 white people and 1 Asian dude, but let's just focus on the main guy. He's a guy who comes in, usually spends a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. White guy. End of the night, everybody's starting to clear out, whatever. I wasn't sweating them because they still had wine and, they're spending a good amount of money. So, they decided, did some things, came back, gone from the table. I haven't dropped the check yet. I'm like, what the fuck, right? So I go outside and they're standing on the curb, waiting on the car. And I was like, hey, man, you still got an open tab. And at this point, I can tell he's like 3 sheets to the wind. I don't know what they did before they got there.
But they were fucked up.
This guy, he had gotten fucked up. They were at another restaurant before us. And, by the end of, he got like a $400 bottle of champagne and like an $800 bottle of Pinot Noir, right? So he had like a $1,500 tab, right? And he's on the curb. He's like, what's the problem? I was like, oh, I'm going to go get your bill. You haven't paid it yet. So I tell security to watch them, right? I bring the bill out to him. He's acting like he doesn't understand the concept of capitalism anymore, right? He's like, I don't know.
I have some pebbles in my pocket I could give you.
He's like, what's the problem? And I'm like, I need a credit card. We could pay, so you could pay. But so we eventually get him back inside. He eventually gives me a credit card, right? At this point, it's me, security, and our sommelier standing around him. Come back, card is declined. So now we have to get our GM involved, right? The general manager.
The guy I met him.
Yeah, so we're talking, and to this dude, and he's in this like, what's the problem here? It's like, you haven't paid your bill, motherfucker, right? Like, and he's just like, okay, look, don't I always pay my bills here? And we're like, okay, yeah, until now.
Fuck that got to do with anything.
Then this motherfucker turns to the general manager and goes in his face, and he's like, look, it's a $1,500 bill. I can afford it. I know you can't, but this is not a big deal. And at that point, I don't know how my general manager didn't run in his grill, right? But this is when I'm like, this is caucasity. You are literally unable to pay for your bill right now. You're saying that you can, and you're telling other motherfuckers that they can't afford the shit that you can't afford. Long story short, man, my general manager let him go. We have his info, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, call the cops on this motherfucker. Because I'm a juxtapose this. I'm Beverly Hills Police Department is around the corner. You could throw a baseball from the front door.
Him go.
I have also, at some point last year, I had a young black woman who was dressed decently enough.
And Pedro froze again. Yo, Savage AF here. We're going about to end soon because this motherfucker is the max headroom of all shit right here.
Hello, am I back?
You just came back. I was about to close the show.
I was just gonna say real quick. I've seen. I mean, this has happened before. They've called the cops before, but one time in particular, there was this young black woman who was obviously down on her luck, and she ordered like a lobster dish and a lamb dish, and then at the end was just like very calmly was just like, I can't afford to pay for this. And that same GM, he called the cops on her, and I could tell she was just looking for a meal and a place to stay. And for her, I think jail was a better option than another night on the streets.
Wow.
But I'm like, if you're going to call the cops on this black lady or anybody else, call it on this rich, fat, white motherfucker, man. Let his ass go to jail. Let him get embarrassed. Let him get handcuffed in front of his people. Like, what the fuck? Don't let this caucasity run amok. Because it's like we were saying with Trumpty Dumpty. If this shit goes, the only thing I agree with you all about Trump is like, if he goes unpunished, it will lead to problems. The orcs will think we have the power now. Let's scale the walls. Let's eat the black babies. So I saw caucasity at its height last night.
I can't believe he let him go. They're like, no, motherfucker.
All of us were like, no. I mean, obviously he's never going to be allowed back at our restaurant, right?
So
but still, I'm like, no, there's something you could do. You could call it. He's stealing. He has just stolen wine. Literally, the product is still in him, right? Like he had cheese and tequila and champagne and motherfucking Pinot Noir,
and felt because of his status or his whiteness, it's like, come on, guys. I normally pay. Well, you usually have to pay every time you eat. See, that's how that works, But
y'all are fucked up, man. Because I tell one homeless girl story at the restaurant, and now look, Miss Avrev is like, "Did you take her home?" Coochie Damas is like, "Pedro, don't lie. You was gonna fuck that hobo bitch." See, and y'all, you'll never
live that down. So just know that you are now the.
I think I'm gonna have to kill a dog. I'm gonna have to kill a dog. Like,
wow.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
But see, the thing is, you know what? I stand by my killing of that dog, and I will kill any other dog that tries to bite me. If you got a dog, I'm here to kill it. Call 1-800. Fuck these dogs.
Well, then in that case, my hobo bitch, she had a big booty and some good pussy. I ain't gonna lie.
Some good. So,
it didn't get me hooked tonight. It wasn't worth all that bullshit, but it seemed like a good deal at the time.
At the time, and then it turned into the movie Misery.
Then I had to call Ben Crump to get this bitch off.
Exactly, because she was not going. I just want to stay here and talk to you forever. That's the part right here.
So serious.
I'm not going anywhere. Touch me, and I'll say, "Nigger, you raped me." I don't know. That went into a Paul Mooney a little bit. Nigga, you should have let her go. You should have never fucked the white hoe. Savage AF, I want to make sure I let y'all know some of the stuff we're going to that's rocking. Number one, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, you're a good person. You're a good person, and you smell good. All right? But make sure you subscribe to the channel by going and clicking the bell like this. Click the bell. Make sure you give us some thumbs up. And follow us on the base. Black Pedro. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro and comedian Shang. I got my Shangri today is on some real, like, really real shit that I want y'all to see. And it's going to be very quick because I got to let y'all know this shit pissed me off beyond belief. And even though this person happened to be a person that wasn't black, it reminded me of what they always fucking do. And these motherfuckers still got off. I am tired of this shit. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Okay, y'all know the rest of the song. The police, these police officers that obviously used excessive force. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to get your commentary on it. Not only Pedro, but the rest of it.
This is bad. We gotta get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
now you saw that, Pedro. You saw that. They beat this dude for about.
May I suggest he's your nightstick officer?
Okay, now that person wasn't black, but it reminded me of the black people that have been beaten, and the police are out of fucking control. I wanted to see what you people think about it. End of the day, there's a reason we have a song called "Fuck the Police," and the police can eat a dick. And it's my another new song of mine, "Throw the Police in an Active Volcano." That's gonna be a
volcano to police. Volcano to police.
Fuck these dudes. If you look at how they treated this dude, ready for this? And they found out what he did before. All he did was say, "You don't have the right to do that. You don't have the right to fucking tell me where to walk, where to walk." And they beat the brakes off this dude. And there's 15 other cases that you can find back to back to back on YouTube. Same situation where the cops are using excessive force. What do we have to do to make you understand, not to defund the police, but we need a refund from the police because we just gave them $70 million per fucking precinct to give them more training. What, training to beat the brakes off of people? Look at this shit. So, all you people that are pro-cop, first off, all you pro-cop people, I hope they put a nice stick up your ass. Okay?
May I suggest?
Yeah. Now, I wanted to see what y'all think about that. What do y'all think about that? That we have police that have consistently been on a power trip. There's a video I was looking at it on before because my plane sat on the fucking runway for like an hour and a half at the tarmac, and I was literally watching videos of police fucking people over. Like there's thousands of them of the police, and there's one guy, great page, YouTube. I'm suggesting another YouTube page where it's a black ex-deputy that breaks down how bad the police conduct business, and they're supposed to enforce the law, not interpret the law, not lie about the law. And he said 9 out of 10 times cops to build their case will lie. This is a deputy. 9 out of 10 times.
Dog, they have a phrase for it. It's literally, it's called testifying.
Wow.
It's when cops like sit up on the stand and just like make up stories and bullshit to try and cover their ass. But there is a phraseology for it. It's called testifying. It's hilarious, bro.
So I'm saying hilarious right now, it's not there. So when you see shit like this.
I love how they were like jamming out to rock music.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck, man, he's getting his ass kicked.
I love this song by Journey.
When you were, I think it was on Tuesday, Shang, I did a segment called "Fire and Rehire the Police." That's my new slogan, because but Biden talking about funding the police, and I don't care if you defund or fund or overfund the police. It doesn't matter as long as you have crackers with badges, right? So
right.
What America needs to do is fire all police, every town, city, state, fire all your police, and then put them all through a rehiring process, retrain everybody, weed out because it's the bad apple thing, right?
Right.
I'm like,
no, I don't even believe in that no more.
Well, dump the barrel out. Then you can see where all the bad apples are.
Right.
You throw those away, and then you put the good apples back in the barrel. Man, fire and rehire the police.
Fire or rehire the police, or put their head on the pedestal and or that. Because fuck them, man. And the way they beat this dude, like he literally, they were interviewing him, and he lost some memory because they slammed his head against the cement so many times. He couldn't remember half of the shit. And when he saw the video of himself being beat, he just burst into tears. He was fucked up that he couldn't remember how bad they beat him up. And kneeing him, and it's just crazy. So there's video after video of this, and I just wanted to see. I think that now, like you said, fire, rehire, or literally make them accountable. If you get caught doing some shit like this, you shouldn't get a pension. You shouldn't be able to walk. You should get paid leave. You should go to jail because you broke the law instead of enforcing the law, just like anybody else. Exactly. It's assault. You're not above the law. But apparently in this country, just like Trump, who's going to win the fucking election, even though he's a cunt and doesn't deserve to live. And I said that. And we're flagged. Oh, shit. We're flagged. No, we're not.
There we go.
No, I'm just saying, when America starts making white people that do heinous shit accountable, then I'll believe in some kind of law. But until then, all law can suck my dick. And I'm talking about suck my dick while I'm your mama watch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to do something with these cops. Just throwing more money at it.
It ain't it. And I think Biden, even though he had a really good speech, that part I was like, and Biden, you know what? I just want to give you a little bit of extra sleeping pills, bitch, because that was just like, fuck out of here. You're pandering. You're pandering to these right-wing motherfuckers so you can get their vote instead of checking their ass. All right. Savage AF, I want to let y'all know we got some shows coming up because we about to get up out of here. If you happen to be in the San Diego area, we will be doing a show, myself, Black Pedro, Jason Rogers, and Vince Royale at Mic Drop Comedy Club. Mic Drop Comedy Club this Sunday at 7 p.m. Make sure you tell your friends. Labor Day weekend, we will be there. Pedro will be there selling pickled herrings.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and
home pickled,
and also denim covered drums. So
that's it.
So make sure you check it out. We will be there, San Diego, Sunday, September 4th, 7 p.m. at Mic Drop Comedy Club. If you happen to be in town, I will be tonight at Comedy on the Beach, Ahmed Comedy on the Beach in Huntington Beach, California, at Sea Legs. That's it. If you get a chance. And Saturday, since this is the weekend, I'll be at the Improv in the Lab this Saturday at 7 p.m. Make sure you come checking me out live. Wow.
Cooch getting at you.
Cooch, I deserve that. And but if anybody should be with a homeless mama, it would be Pedro, because Pedro's the harbinger of homeless hoes. All the hoes I have ever.
I'm not foreshadowing homeless bitches. Like, that's not what
it's not like, hey, you look really hungry. Like, you come to my house and I'll let you stay.
We'll fuck for food.
Yeah. So this weekend, make sure you check us out live. We'll be in San Diego, which means the whale's vagina. Make sure you come check us out. Also, before I go, I gotta let you know, very proud of you, Pedro. Did you see your numbers? Have you seen your numbers?
Oh, on YouTube?
No, you haven't. You will be very happy with it. Make sure you go to YouTube and check out Black Pedro's comedy special, Black and Pedro. Let them know the numbers, man, because last time I checked, you were over 27,000.
I've cracked 30 at this point.
See? Right. Let's make it go up to 50 people. Make sure y'all go check it out, check it out, check it out. Subscribe to the channel, and we will see you again Monday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Thank you guys for supporting us. All you people that watch the show, Coochie Damas' mom, I know why she watched the show because I'm on here. Yeah, baby. Hey. Yeah. No, that's right. Miss Adverb, just you need to get yourself together. And I know you're a chronic masturbator, but hey, nothing wrong with that. You're a good person. All right.
Carpal tunnel though.
WDMA. Thank you for getting on the show, coming on the show. Breezy JJ and all of the people that rock with us. JRANYC. I appreciate it. And I still think Trump is still going to win the presidency, even though I hate it in my soul. Make sure you go to Pedro's special. He's doing well with the numbers, and hopefully we can get him up to 50,000. And then he's going to just, then he ain't going to know me. He's going to be like, hey, man, excuse me. I need you to talk to my people first. But Pedro, come on, man. And I'm going to stand there with that white girl and I'm going to blackmail you. Remember her? Hey, me. Pedro. Yeah, so make sure you check us out. We'll see Monday.
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, y'all.
All right.
Stay black.
Stay black. Stay cool, because the shit is hot as fuck this weekend.
Hot than a motherfucker.
All right, y'all.
Stay out my face.
Later.